The story of St. Richard of Chichester, a life of devotion and service. St. Richard of Chichester, also known as Richard de Wych, was born in 1197 in the small village of Droitwich, England. His early years were marked by hardship, as his noble family lost their wealth, forcing Richard to work hard on the land. Despite these struggles, he valued education and pursued his studies with great dedication, determined to deepen his knowledge and faith. Richard traveled to Oxford University, where he studied philosophy and theology. His brilliance and humility gained him the admiration of both his peers and teachers. He later continued his studies in Paris and Bologna, where he became an expert in canon law. Upon returning to England, Richard was appointed the Chancellor of Canterbury under the esteemed Archbishop St. Edmund of Abingdon. He loyally supported the Archbishop in his struggles against King Henry III's interference in church affairs. After Edmund's death, Richard spent time in a Dominican friary before being called to serve as the Bishop of Chichester in 1244. However, King Henry III opposed his appointment and refused to allow him to take possession of his diocese. Despite this, Richard remained faithful to his mission. He traveled throughout the region on foot, preaching, confirming believers, and caring for the poor and sick. Eventually, Pope Innocent IV intervened, and Richard was officially recognized as the Bishop of Chichester. As bishop, Richard was a model of humility, discipline, and charity. He reformed the clergy, ensured the proper celebration of the sacraments, and tirelessly worked to help those in need. His deep devotion to Christ and his tireless efforts to serve his flock made him beloved among the people. In 1253, while traveling to Dover on a mission to preach a crusade, St. Richard fell ill and died on April 3rd at the age of 56. His final prayer, expressing his deep love for God, remains one of the most cherished Christian prayers. Thanks be to thee, my Lord Jesus Christ, for all the benefits thou hast given me, for all the pains and insults thou hast borne for me. O most merciful Redeemer, friend and brother, may I know thee more clearly, love thee more dearly, and follow thee more nearly, day by day. St. Richard was canonized in 1262, and his shrine in Chichester Cathedral became a major pilgrimage site. His legacy of faith, humility, and service continues to inspire Christians around the world.